What would make a man walk away from everything he had ever dreamed of? A brilliant career, a fortune, a mansion, even the Ferrari that everyone admired. To the world, Julian Mantle had won. But behind the success, there was a battle no one could see. A battle that would force him to question everything he believed about happiness, success, and the purpose of life. This is the remarkable story of the monk who sold his Ferrari. To anyone looking from the outside, Julian Mantle seemed to have it all. He was one of the most celebrated trial lawyers in the country, brilliant in the courtroom, feared by his opponents, and admired by almost everyone who knew his name. His success had brought him everything money could buy: a magnificent mansion, a private jet, luxury beyond imagination, and the red Ferrari that had become the symbol of his extraordinary achievements. People dreamed of living his life. They saw the wealth, the prestige, the victories. They believed Julian had found the secret to success. But what they couldn't see was the price he was paying. Long days became even longer nights. Every victory demanded another. Every success created greater expectations. Behind the expensive suits and confident smile, Julian was running on exhaustion. The pressure never stopped. The silence never lasted. And despite everything he had achieved, a growing emptiness followed him wherever he went. He had conquered the world around him, but he had never found peace within himself. Then one ordinary morning, everything changed. The courtroom was packed. Clients, lawyers, reporters, everyone had come to witness another brilliant performance from the legendary Julian Mantle. As always, he stood before the judge with absolute confidence. His voice was steady. His arguments were razor-sharp. For a moment, it seemed like just another victory was within reach. Then, without warning, Julian suddenly stopped speaking. His expression changed. He reached for his chest. The courtroom fell silent. Within seconds, he collapsed onto the courtroom floor. Panic spread instantly. Lawyers rushed toward him. The judge called for medical assistance. Someone shouted for an ambulance. The man who had always seemed unstoppable lay motionless before them. For the first time in his life, success could not save him. News of the collapse spread across the country. Some wondered if he would ever return. Others believed his extraordinary career was over. Then, almost as suddenly as he had fallen, Julian Mantle disappeared. He resigned from his law practice, sold his possessions. His magnificent mansion found a new owner. His private jet was gone, and even the iconic red Ferrari that had once symbolized his success. One by one, the treasures he had spent a lifetime chasing became part of someone else's life and vanished from public life without a single explanation. No interviews, no farewell. No one knew where he had gone. The man the world admired had simply disappeared. Far from the world that once celebrated him, Julian began again. He let go of everything that had once defined his life. The wealth, the status, the possessions. One by one, they became part of his past. With nothing left to prove, he set out on a journey unlike any he had ever taken. Not in search of another courtroom victory or another fortune, but in search of something he had never been able to buy: inner peace. His travels carried him across continents until they brought him to the breathtaking landscapes of India. There, he heard whispers of an ancient brotherhood said to possess timeless wisdom. A community hidden high within the Himalayas, known only to a few as the sages of Savannah. Most dismissed the stories as legend, but Julian chose to believe there was truth waiting beyond the mountains. After a long and difficult journey, he finally stood before the place that would change his life forever. Within the hidden valley, Julian discovered that the sages possessed a wisdom unlike anything he had encountered in the modern world. They taught that lasting happiness is not found in wealth, status, or success. It is found in the way we live each day. Over the days that followed, they shared 7 timeless lessons. Master your mind, for your thoughts shape the life you experience. Follow your purpose, because a life without purpose will always feel empty. Practice self-discipline, for true freedom begins with mastering yourself. Value your time, because every moment is a piece of your life that can never be replaced. Live in the present, for peace can only be found in the moment you are living now. Serve others, because the richest life is measured not by what you receive, but by what you give. And finally, embrace lifelong growth, for the greatest investment you will ever make is in becoming a better version of yourself each day. These 7 lessons would not only transform Julian Mantle's life, they would inspire millions of people around the world to rethink what it truly means to live a successful life. Months later, a man returned to New York, but he was no longer the Julian Mantle who had left. The expensive suits had been replaced by simplicity, the restless ambition by quiet confidence, and the endless pursuit of more by a deep sense of peace. He no longer measured his life by victories in the courtroom or by the size of his fortune. He had discovered a far greater success, a life lived with purpose, balance, and gratitude. But Julian had not returned to reclaim his old life. He returned to share what he had learned, to help others avoid the mistakes that had nearly cost him everything. One conversation at a time, one lesson at a time, he began passing on the wisdom that had transformed his own life, because he now understood that the greatest legacy a person can leave is not wealth, but wisdom. Perhaps that is the greatest lesson Julian Mantle ever learned. Success is not measured by what you own, or by the titles you earn, or by the admiration of the world. It is measured by who you become, because the greatest wealth is a peaceful mind. The greatest freedom is freedom from the prison of your own thoughts. And the greatest victory is not conquering the world, it is mastering yourself. Perhaps that is why the monk who sold his Ferrari continues to inspire millions of people around the world, because it reminds us that we can spend our entire lives chasing more, or we can choose to become more. And in the end, the richest life is not the one filled with possessions, but the one filled with purpose, peace, wisdom, and a heart that is truly free.